it's me, Sunny, and welcome back to another one of my Red vs. Blue reactions. This one's pretty special because it's the Season 5/Blood Gulch Chronicles finale, episode 100, titled Why Were We Here?, which is an obvious callback to the very first episode, Why Are We Here?, that whole discussion with Griff and Simmons in the very beginning, the episode that started it all. Got a few things on the agenda to get through before I start the episode. First, this is going to be the only episode I'm reacting to in this video because it itself is about 20 minutes long, and I looked at the alternate endings and there's a video I found for them and the whole thing's about 12 minutes long, so I think this video is just going to be episode 100, and then my next video is going to be the alternate endings plus Recovery 1, and then after that I'll be uploading a video about my thoughts of the Blood Gulch Chronicles and maybe make some predictions for what's going to happen in the upcoming seasons where things really get going. And then lastly, I got some really helpful comments on my last Red vs. Blue reaction, which reminded me of several things I wanted to talk about. First was coming into Red vs. Blue, I knew the first several seasons were not nearly as serious and plot driven or whatever as the later seasons, like 6, 7, 8 plus. So because of that, I was being very casual about my reactions. Like, I wasn't writing things down, I was never really pausing to talk about something that just happened, and I think that was fine for most of the time because it was really like comedic and that was most of it for now. But then season 5 comes along and things are actually happening, references to the past are happening, etc. So there's more stuff I need to remember and keep track of, and I know, like I said, things get way more serious starting with season 6 and there's a lot more information to keep track of. So because of that and you guys' awesome comments, I've started my Red vs. Blue notebook. This, oh, it's so bright. It's starting with, hi, my eyes. Season 5 finale notes. I'll be trying to take some notes today to see if there's like things I want to remember going forward or interesting things I found. So if you see me looking down, I might be writing and stuff, but at the same time, some people have recommended that it would be okay for me to pause an episode in the middle of it to maybe discuss what just happened or write down my thoughts. And I know there are people who think very differently. Some people hate it when reactors pause an episode because it might mess with the flow, or if the video is being paused to ask a question but then that question gets answered right after that. I know that can be a little bit annoying. So I'm gonna try out pausing and writing down stuff. You guys can let me know after a couple of reactions how you're thinking about that. But if I do pause to write things and not really to discuss something, I might just cut that out of the reaction itself. I haven't tested it out yet, obviously. Trial by fire, as Maria Calavera said. I would appreciate feedback on that and feedback on how this reaction video goes. But I do think that moving forward with season 6, etc., it'll be really helpful to write down things, and I know you guys have told me that there's a shit ton of information dumped on us in season 6 especially, so I'm really interested for that, and I certainly don't want to forget the important information that gets dumped on me. I think that's about it for now. If there's any other relevant stuff that I think of, it might be at the end of this video or in the description or in a comment or something like that. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of my new method of doing this, the writing down stuff and pausing to discuss. I know season 6 is going to be different than this season 5 finale, but I might try to test that out here. So hope you guys like it. Just let me know what you think. But as for Red vs. Blue itself, where we left off was everything was coming together, all the villains were there, shit was going down. Basically, Wyoming and his evil AI, Gamma, who was Gary the computer, Gamma infected the tank that was Sheila and is working with Wyoming. Wyoming was like fucking with the blues, and then there was like a time loop, so every time Wyoming lost, it looped back in time until Wyoming was like winning. And then there was like a fuck ton of Wyomings everywhere and the blues were kind of fighting them, and the reds were just watching all this go down from a distance, which I totally expected of them. And then they kind of helped out the blues. I remember they were killing some of the numerous Wyomings, which was interesting. And then of course, I gotta mention my boy Caboose. He got shot and was very bloody a couple times, but he's okay because it was just a time loop. At the very end of the last episode, we discovered what the alien plan was and what Wyoming and O'Malley kind of wanted to do about that, and the text was like, yeah, I kind of agree with that. So she was broadcasting publicly, I guess, for O'Malley to come get her. Oh yeah, and how could I forget, O'Malley was in Flowers, which is why Flowers' body wasn't in the cave with the rest of the dead Blues. I remember that as well. They want Junior as part of like the alien prophecy religion slavery thing. It's gotten wild very quickly, which is part of the reason why like I want to start writing stuff down. And like you guys said, after doing these reactions for way too long and like not doing them consistently at first, we're finally coming to the end of an era, which is pretty legit and pretty awesome. And I want to thank you guys for supporting me and my red versus blue reactions. It means a lot to me. So without further ado, I'm going to react to Season 5, Episode 100, Why Were We Here? So let's get right into it. Wow, I'm kind of nervous just because it's like the end of like a series that could stand alone theoretically. Even though I don't know like what's going to happen, it's presented as the end of the era basically. But I got my pen, I got my notebook, I'm ready to take some notes on this. And I guess all that's left is to just start the freaking videos. That's what I'm gonna do now. In 3, 2, 1, play. Are we gonna hear this iconic guitar riff forever? I kind of feel like we're not going to, and it's gonna be sad.
Come out so I can shoot you, you fuckstick! Where did Caboose go?
Do not shoot Caboose.
Out,
Simmons,
Caboose.
bad
All
boy.
I wanna do is shoot you. Don't listen to them. It's a trick.
This is freelance text broadcasting on an open
This is
channel.
private church broadcasting on an open channel. Why are the Blues on the radio? Who knows? Hey, Blues,
So
shut the
church
fuck
is
up.
on
Get
the
radio so
public
the radio
channel as
battery's
well?
down.
Do it now, or I will kill every last one of you.
Oh, okay.
Everyone else here as well.
O'Malley's and Simmons now. Cool. I'm writing that down.
Hey, don't say it was a little over the top.
Why does something have to be wrong with my
I like how it's Gus's voice, but it's like edited.
everything about that, cocksucker?
Yeah, anyone O'Malley infects, they get really more aggressive and stuff.
Sir!
And I love when O'Malley gives like control
What are you doing?
just for a moment.
You harder to
So they're
find.
still killing Wyomings.
Turn on your radio.
Fuck that. If O'Malley gets me, he'll get the sword.
Attention all Blues. Turn on your radio and start broadcasting right now. Okay, I'm on the radio now. This is
I wonder if like all the people in all the armies everywhere could do it.
Don't get involved, Church. Omega wants me.
Dude, I want Omega to infect Caboose and see what
And
happens.
enslave an entire race?
Yeah, what's up with that, bitch? Win
They
the war, Church.
Well, what about after?
want to enslave the aliens, but Tex is like, gotta win the war.
He's gonna take over everything, Tex, and you're not gonna be able to stop him.
I guess
Probably.
we'll find out.
Hey, Church, it's Doc. Yeah, you remember that blue leader guy down here? He's just killed over. So I think O'Malley's...
Yeah, so he was just using the body, and then without the control, the body is basically just
I
dead.
would get away from me if I were you.
Doc, any idea where he went?
I have no
Dude,
idea.
shit's going down. This is so
But I can
tense.
solve with Junior, too. If you want, I could look for them on this computer down here.
Computer? What?
Yeah, it's showing us the whole canyon.
Who built this, and why are they observing the canyon? Yeah, the Blues don't know about it. The ones up there don't know.
Okay,
Hey, shouldn't you try to help this guy?
what?
Aren't you, like, the medic or something?
Yeah, okay, whatever. Shut up, you talking.
Hey, you think I can use this thing to check MySpace?
MySpace exists in the future? That's kind of cool.
No. Indian you.
Bullshit, I think you're lying. I think that...
Nothing. Why does something have to be wrong with my voice? Something's wrong with your voice.
I like this music.
Anything about that, cocksucker?
Why did she just... I guess she... I was like, why did she punch him? But obvious reasons. Because he was trying to fuck with their plan.
Buffoon. I am not a buffoon. I don't even know what a buffoon is.
Both of you, shut up.
I like the flying purple motorcycle alien thing. It's pretty cool.
Rex!
They're just grenades on the ground.
Go! Hey, I'm here to help. Omega's on the loose, and I think he's infected one of your guys.
Infected.
Yes, Simmons, the guy back there who's standing... Oh my god!
What the fuck? I didn't say who. I think it's actually Simmons. That's okay.
Of course he went straight for Griff.
Plans begin.
all of their emergency plans. Sounds great.
No. What did you say to me? I said no. How do you like that?
Of course it's O'Malley. Sarge is just so
I don't
dense.
like it at all. First, I'm going to kill you.
Is there someone running in the back? Yeah.
The red
Someone's running in the back. I can't tell who it was with the quality.
Every being in the universe.
Yep.
Now on, everyone will kiss my ass.
Yeah. It's definitely Simmons that got infected.
Oh, shit.
O'Malley wants to kill literally everything.
Reader Simmons, number 11.
On it, sir.
Dude, Griff should just be like fucking dead by now. Like,
Come on. I said plane 11.
Where am I gonna get a steamroller?
oh my gosh.
I fire that weapon.
Why the hell? I'm just not gonna question Sarge's plans.
Just getting a promotion.
Yeah, someone's creeping up.
Ow, the back of my lower leg.
The back of the lower legs.
My head, the back of my face,
Is that Tex?
my blood.
Oh my god.
Tex is over here. Thanks for the update.
Now might not be the best time, but I'd really like you to consider coming over to the game. Technically, you know, black is just a really dark shade of red.
Black is just the absence of light of any wavelength.
Still talking on the radio?
Because I'd love to.
Yay! Caboose was infected by O'Malley! Yay! Okay, this is one instance. I'm gonna pause it just so I can get my excitement out for this. Yay! This is literally what I wanted. I wanted Caboose to be affected by O'Malley because I wanted to see how Caboose would act, like what Caboose would become, the dynamic between the two. Because it's interesting when O'Malley infects someone. It either becomes like a mixture of their personalities / voices, or they're kind of two separate entities, or it can be both. Like with Doc, the way I remember it, was Doc and O'Malley were pretty much two completely separate entities. Like you could tell who was specifically Doc, who was specifically O'Malley. And they would, even though, like, within one conversation, they would both, like, talk to each other from the same body, if that makes sense. Like, they were like, two separate people having a conversation. But, when he just infected Simmons, it was kind of a mixture of their personalities, because Simmons basically became very aggressive like O'Malley. I can't pronounce things. Simmons became very more aggressive like O'Malley is, but, I'm just gonna say Simmons, still had like his typical like kiss my ass, that kind of stuff, that is part of Simmons and not O'Malley specifically. So it's interesting, sometimes they seem to be two completely separate entities and sometimes there's a mix. So I think that's kind of interesting. I don't know if there's any more important factors that play into that. But yay, I'm happy that O'Malley infected Caboose because I just really wanted to see it. And I'm gonna write that down. O'Malley infects Caboose. I hope it lasts for longer than a couple minutes because I really already like love this dynamic. So I'm gonna play it again in 3, 2, 1 now.
Crap. Sarge, I need you to do.
And I liked how O'Malley was like, "Why am I in this idiot?"
I'm gonna need you to disable that ship. If Tex gets out of here with
He's gonna go
O'Malley
in the
and that
ship?
kid, there's no one that's gonna be able to stop him.
Nope.
What the hell was he talking about?
Tex and Omega have some
Oh yeah, I also really love when the Reds and Blues are working together.
She does. She's gonna become the queen of the universe or some shit.
Queen of the universe?
No one even told me we were having a
A
competition.
Miss Universe pageant. Is this back where O'Malley's base was?
Oh, crap.
What in Sam hell just happened here?
I'll tell you what happened. Well, fucking stupid. Ow!
Griff should be dead by like 10 times by now.
Let's go blow up that ship.
Hey, Church had to wait until he gets out.
Well, that's a nice
Oh, that was like the fucking ship or something. The ship looked very small from the outside, but huge on the inside.
Well, if you recall, we recently saw Andy the Bomb and Lopez in one of the caves. So,
Should probably use
Come on,
them.
Ben. Let's go ask Lopez.
Oh my god! Sarge, being typical Sarge.
Man, this place has really gone.
Wait, or no, it's not the ship.
I guess maintenance isn't a priority.
Caboose!
He just popped in there.
Anyone in here? Who's that?
What was that?
Moose? Tex? Yeah?
freeze!
Huh?
Look, I captured someone. I'm the best. I'm the best one that isn't Caboose.
Great job, Simon.
This guy whose name I really don't remember.
Wait, what?
We'll go shopping to celebrate.
Oh yeah, wait, is this like a mind space? Sorry, I missed exactly what they said.
Hey, have you guys seen Omega or Tex?
Stop asking questions, Hugh. We don't like
Because this
questions.
is how
Thinking of
Church
answers
sees
makes
the
your
Reds.
head hurt.
Hey guys, what's up? How did you get... I'm in here all the time. I have this sword now. You might think it's
I
cool,
like how
but
he's
it is.
talking.
Nobody wants to play with it because it's dumb. And even though I don't let people play with it, no one cares anyway. Because it's dumb.
Right. Talk.
Also, I'm stupid and ugly. And my butt's like a butt.
Alright, okay.
Amazing.
I need you to take me to Mr. Caboose. Can you do
Mr.
that?
Caboose.
Why would we do that?
Oh,
Simmons' voice, oh
because
my god.
because I'm his best.
Yay! Church, I mean,
Nice to meet you.
Caboose is his best friend. Yay. Oh, this is Caboose's.
Mr. Caboose, we be having a prisoner for you, we do.
I thought you had a pirate accent.
Arr, I'm not very good. Arr.
Hey, it's me, Church.
Yes. Hello, Church. You must be very happy to see me.
Or is this Caboose's
Yeah, right.
mind space? Sorry, I missed that part, but it's too late to go back.
Hey, what's up? Hey, who the fuck are you?
Yellow Church?
Yep. I'm Sister, Church's twin brother.
This is absurd.
I came here in a spaceship that came from the moon. It crashed next to Blue Base, and now I live with Caboose. We're from the tail section of the spaceship.
The tail section of the spaceship.
What the fuck? That's like wrong name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about
Yellow Church sounds so
it.
depressed.
Never listen to anything that we tell you.
New Church is my best friend.
I would argue with that too, but
I like how in here Caboose sounds more serious. He doesn't have his stupid voice.
Not that it matters because everyone knows how anyway.
I would hope everyone in the army knows how.
Hey, enough. Has anybody seen Tex or Omega? I'm in kind of a rush.
I haven't, but you know who might know? Those two new people that would stop fighting over by the ramps. We could ask them.
That might be them. That might be a good idea. They're both in gray armor.
Oh shit, they're not fighting. That's bad. Alright, Tucker, quick. I need you to jump out there and kill him with your sword. If you die in here, they get forced out of Caboose's head. No way, that sounds scary. You do it. I wanna get
So
back
this
to my
is
kids
Caboose's
today
mind
selling buns.
space.
Dude, I can't
That's what I was
do
thinking,
it.
because Caboose thinks of himself as like serious and great.
There's no possible way he understands that. Fuck it, give me the sword.
Okay, Andy.
Why would you just toss a bomb on the ground?
Take out the whole thing.
That's not very safe.
Just say the word and I'll detonate.
I hope he detonates and dies forever because I hate Andy.
Hello, Lopez.
Sheila, get us
Ooh, we got some spiciness going on here.
Oh, Lopez. Looks like your nose put on a little weight. And
Rude.
That's rude.
Yes,
What?
thank you, Donut, for
Well,
calling him
thank
out.
you.
Andy is rude.
Saying, someone should seriously consider switching to unleaded.
Oh my god.
I have your word that none of them will be hurt.
Tex, get away from him. Fuck down.
Ooh, that was pretty quick.
Damn it, Church!
Damn, Church is just going at it with the sword. He's a fucking Jedi.
Quick, somebody kill me. Quick, hurry, please. Anybody, please, just fucking kill me.
Why?
We got
Oh my
get out of
God.
here. Come on, please.
Just
Hurry,
kill yourself.
Please, hurry, it'll be fun. I'm a dick.
None of our guns work. We just have them for show.
Oh my god.
Purse. Ah,
A purse.
Hey, can I ask you one quick?
Oh my god.
Bruce, what happened?
Disappeared out of nowhere and beat up Tucker, which is awesome.
This is moving so
I've
fast.
been surprised by that and peed his pants just a little bit.
Aww.
I was only behind him like 30 seconds. What the fuck? Where is she?
She took the sword and a Wyoming helmet to the ship. I think she took
Uh-oh.
the ship to save Tucker's kid. He's on the ship too now.
This is bad.
What about O'Malley?
They're gonna fly off.
That's the problem with living.
Oh, now it's in Donut.
Automatically assume they know everything.
Never mind. Huh? What is this place? Hey, buddy. Are you okay?
Yellow Church is now
What's that noise?
now exists. What the fuck? Oh, wait. Okay, pausing it. So that's how Yellow Church got there in, oh god, was that the beginning of season 4 or the end of season 3? I can't even remember. It was just during the whole Church needs to get back to the future, whatever. That whole fiasco. Oh my god, wow. That explains that, I guess. I was wondering, because, wow. Nice, I appreciate that throwback. So I'm gonna write that down. I'm going to, before I discuss this episode at the end of this reaction, I'm gonna go back and watch that scene again, because it's hard for me to process everything that's happening and kind of who's who when things are happening like pretty quick in that. So hopefully I remember to do that. But now I'm gonna keep playing the episode in 3, 2, 1, play.
How's everything going out here?
Not good.
Hello,
Hey, you're not
flowers.
evil anymore.
How is he just
Thanks for
alive
asking,
now?
Private. Yeah, being
I thought he was
private,
dead.
Of course, can be difficult at times, but with a little hard work,
Oh, and now O'Malley's in Donut.
you can overcome anything.
I think you mean hard work, positive thinking, and no
So
longer
Flowers
being
is just alive?
plan.
Yeah, that too. So, who are we fighting today?
You know, the usual. Tex, Red Team.
Red Team. Those old rascals. Some things never change.
Still wearing red armor these days.
Where's Gamma?
Yeah.
Oh, Red Teeth.
Hey, I could use some help.
You bet. And I have some information about the Reds that will guarantee our...
What is that, like, pink
Pink
spiky thing?
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Great. Because I'm just...
I don't trust this. This is kind of shady. I like the captions
Why
there.
aren't you telling me?
I don't trust flowers. I don't, something about this.
Dramatically pausing for something.
Now is he dead again?
Giving this armor back in.
Okay, so just someone shot and killed him.
You've been infected by a computer virus, and we just need
It's
to figure
O'Malley.
out what to do about it.
Someone's running around in the background again.
No, it's my body.
My body, my choice.
And another thing, why do I do as much work as you guys, but I only make 92%?
Cause he's a girl.
I'm the one who gets to hit my soldiers.
Oh, now he's in Sarge. Okay.
Yeah, people at world, drop and give me infinity.
Sarge, you've finally gone crazy.
Whoa, that's weird.
Oh, so okay, everyone's just dying, and O'Malley's just hopping from person to person.
Well, that would take actual work. I think I'll just fall asleep.
Yeah, see, it's merging with the Reds' personalities, but like with Doc, they were separate entities. Yeah, and now he's in Doc again.
Nobody move. You know, I don't really feel all that.
Because Church is already angry this entire season. This is absurd. He's just jumping from host to host.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He's gone?
Oh, he's just hopping from person to person until he got to Tex, right?
Church, run! Tex, don't!
Uh-oh.
No idea what kind of trouble you're in.
So Tex and O'Malley are reunited. Woo, 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 woo.
All systems online. Ignition coil activated. Starting thrusters.
Bye-bye. They're escaping. No, they're taking Tucker's child, not Junior. He needs his daddy.
2.
They got Lopez's head? I think that was what that was.
Don't do this.
Lift off.
Bye-bye.
We have to stop her right now.
No problemo, Blue. Andy there.
I'm here, Coach.
Oh yeah, Andy's there.
Tex is hooking up my own telemetry.
That's convenient. I forgot about that for a minute.
You bet.
All right then, son. Do what you were born to do. Detonate.
Hey, you want me to start from 10 or 3?
Oh my god, just blow up, you fucking idiot.
Kill him. 10.
I told you to disable the
Nine.
shit, not destroy it.
8.
Oh well, score one for the Red Team, I
7.
guess.
What about my kid?
Oh yeah, poor Junior.
4.
Andy, do not
3.
detonate. Can you see her
2.
heading?
What's gonna happen?
1.
Okay, that ship just like dematerialized out of existence.
Boo, no explosion.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Griff. Andy detonates.
Wow, that explosion was awesome.
What explosion? I didn't
Church
see it.
is emo.
Church? What should we do? Do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Home.
Yeah, fuck this.
Sarge, are we fighting? No, Simmons. I
Yeah,
think
shit's,
the
like,
Red
over,
Team is
dude.
enough For one day.
it's done, I guess.
Some for tomorrow.
Everyone's emo. Oh, we got a song now. Nice. This is pretty jazzy. Writing down some stuff. Nice transition there.
Church. Yeah? You ever wonder why we're here? You know, Caboose, I used to not care.
Throwback.
Hope that everything would work out for me. But after all that's happened, you know what I've learned? It's not about hating the guy on the other side because someone told you to. I mean, you should hate someone because they're an asshole or a
Wow,
prick,
church is getting
or
deep. I
snob,
appreciate
or they're
this.
lazy or arrogant or an idiot or know-it-all. Those are reasons to dislike somebody.
Hate someone for who they are, not what they are.
You have to learn to despise people on a
Yeah.
personal level. Not because they're red or because they're blue,
Mhm.
but because you know them. And you see them every single
Wow,
day.
it's like a life lesson at the end of Red vs. Blue.
Because they're a complete and total douchebag.
Church is an intellectual. And Caboose is like, I don't understand anything you just said.
I meant, why are we
Yeah, exactly.
outside when we could be standing down there?
Yeah, okay. Let's go stand in the shade.
It's kind of like me. I either get smart like Church, or I'm just stupid like Caboose.
Now, I don't know, man. Talk.
Oh yeah, and then they're like the Blues from episode 1.
Talk.
What are they talking about?
You know what? I hate you.
I hate you too.
I hope they never stop hating each other.
I built a new vehicle from center on the double. We need help naming this thing.
So they built like a new,
I get to name
I'm just gonna call it a
Why?
Jeep.
Because you named the last one. Hey, Simmons, just one thing.
What?
Shotgun.
Fuck.
Get wrecked, Simmons. Wow, is that the end? Damn, dude. Oh, I got some jazzy music, some jazzy tunes. Everyone emo at the end. That's what I'm writing down. But I got some real music. That's pretty cool. Lady Donut. They have really interesting names, like Michael J. Caboose, Butch Flowers. Like, I don't see names like that in media very often. Am I just gonna sit here and jam to this for a minute? Who fucking knows? Yeah, I just got Caboose instead of credits. Where is my mind going? Bernie's pretty rad. Is there an after credit scene? There does not appear to be an after credit scene. Trocadero. There's multiple songs, or I guess is this one No One? And the one we just heard a second ago. Okay, no, I don't know which song is which. Sorry. There's this many songs? Oh well. If they were earlier in the series, I totally wouldn't remember them. Nice. Okay, this is interesting. This song, engineered by Jeff Williams, intern Casey Lee. So, I'm guessing, is this when they started to become, they started to work with Rooster Teeth for music things? Because this obviously all came out before Ruby, certainly before Ruby. I think before I discuss my thoughts on this episode, I'm gonna go back and rewatch the scene where like all the shit was going down really fast, just so I make sure I understand it, and then I'll come back and talk about it. Hopefully not make myself look like a total idiot. Okay, I'm back, and actually thank goodness I went back and watched that whole scene, because there's no way I could have gotten that the first time I watched it, and like I totally even missed Tex's ghost going into Caboose, that whole thing. So now I think I have a little bit of a better understanding on all of it. So I think I'll just go through a few of my notes and discuss those points. So let's just start with that scene, because before that, it's just kind of like leading up to the main events of the episode, eventually with O'Malley infecting Caboose, and he's like, why am I in this idiot? Which was a cute line. And then we're inside Caboose's mind space. So I guess here is how I understand how that all went down. O'Malley infected Caboose. Tex, because she's a ghost, goes into Caboose's body / mind space. Church follows into Caboose's mind space. And then I wrote down the line, I guess maintenance isn't a priority, which was kind of cute. He was like, oh, this place has gone to shit. I guess maintenance isn't a priority. I don't know, that was just a line I found interesting. And of course, in here, everyone is acting like Caboose's image of them, or his perception of them. And of course, they're all kind of blundering idiots, more so than they are in real life. And Caboose is kind of this like high and mighty, smart, awesome dude. He was like standing on top of this ledge and above all the others and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and then I also liked the line that I think Simmons said, we don't like questions in here. And I can totally relate. This is why I relate to and love Caboose so much. Because, like, most of the time, I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know the answer to any questions. I am literally just a dumb idiot. But yeah, I like that line. We don't like any questions in here. And then Church had to be like, I'm Caboose's best friend. And I was like, you finally admitted it to yourself, Church. No, I'm kidding. He actually doesn't like Caboose. But it felt good, even if it was highly sarcastic, to hear someone say they were friends with Caboose. Because he deserves the world. In Caboose's mind, it turns out Sister is Church's twin brother, so I'm assuming that just means Caboose visualizes or sees Sister as just a yellow version of Caboose, which is interesting because she's like super different, and I don't know exactly how that works, like why Caboose sees her as just a yellow Church. So I still don't totally understand why that is, but I guess I won't quite really question it for now. And of course, she's actually Griff's sister, but in Caboose's mind space, he's Yellow Church, which is Church's twin brother. Oh, and then I also liked this. In the mind space, because Church comes upon O'Malley and Tex, Church can use the sword to stab them because Caboose doesn't understand in his head that only Tucker can use the sword. I'm pretty sure he said that explicitly in the mind space. So I thought that was like a really convenient detail. That's actually like really brilliant. I love that a lot. And then, so Church stabs O'Malley and Tex, and he's like, I gotta get out of here to go deal with them. And so he's like, I need to kill myself, someone kill me. And they're like, our guns don't work, they're just for show, so Church gets grenades to kill himself to do it, but then Yellow Church gets in the way of the blast as well, so they're both blasted. And so Church and Yellow Church enter back into real life, or IRL, which is interesting. I don't know, because Yellow Church was just a, how do I say this? Yellow Church was just a perception of a completely different person within Caboose's mind. So I don't know how it would actually work, that a blast would create a whole new being that actually exists IRL from just the vision of someone in the mind space. I don't know exactly how that works specifically in this universe, but then Yellow Church, there's a weird noise, and Yellow Church is transported back into the whole thing with the other churches from all the time travel, time loops, etc. from previous season. I don't know exactly what that weird noise was. I don't know if I'm supposed to know exactly, because I don't think I've heard it before, and I don't know how it automatically happened that suddenly Yellow Church is back in time during the time travel stuff. I don't know how that worked, it just happened, it just popped in, and I was like, okay, that's cool, like they're answering that, but I don't know how that works. So if anyone can explain to me basically how Yellow Church, which is Caboose's vision of sister, suddenly became a real being and then was suddenly transported back to the past. I understand that's what happened, but I don't know how it happened. So if anyone knows the explanation of that, that'd be great. Flowers is just alive now. He just walks up and he's talking to Tucker, and I thought the body was only functioning because O'Malley was in the body, and I thought once O'Malley left, then the body is just like an empty husk, basically. For a moment, I thought it was Gamma or Gary, but we didn't get any indication of that really. It was a little unsettling. There was something off about Flowers in that moment where I was like, I don't trust this. And then he just got shot out of nowhere, and are we supposed to know who shot him? Because I don't know. He was just talking to Tucker, and then he's dramatic pausing, and then he was just shot. So I don't know exactly what that was included for. I guess I'll keep a note of it, because I feel like that's something that might become important just because it's not explained. O'Malley continues jumping around from various people until he can get back to Tex, and they all start trying to escape on the ship. So Tex is with O'Malley, grabs the Wyoming head. I thought it was Lopez just because of lighting and stuff. I get colors mixed up in this show for some reason. Tex has O'Malley, who grabbed a Wyoming head, and then the big alien and Junior is on the ship. But then Andy's also on the ship, and they were telling Andy to detonate, and Andy was going to detonate, but the way it looked to me was that the ship disappeared first, and then there was an explosion. And that wouldn't make sense if the ship actually exploded, because there was no explosion. The ship just looked like it teleported or dematerialized, and then there was a separate explosion. And they were like several seconds apart from each other. So I'm thinking there might be some funny business with that, like maybe the ship escaped without Andy somehow, and then Andy exploded it in midair. At least that's what it looked like to me. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention, Tex took the sword. That's what Caboose said, I believe. Everyone was kind of emo at the end, and then the roles were reversed from the very first episode, where it was Church and Caboose, like, why are we here, blah, 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 and then the Reds were the ones watching them, they're just talking all day, and it was just a callback to the first episode. So I think that's all the stuff I want to discuss for this season 5 finale. It was pretty awesome. I like season 5 a lot. Like I said in my last reaction, definitely more plot driven, which I do really appreciate, but I also really appreciated stuff like season 4, where the comedy was really, really good. Like, I laughed my ass off in season 4, basically. I really love season 4. I like both seasons 4 and 5 a lot. Can't decide which one is my favorite, but it's basically the end of the Blood Gulch Chronicles, and Griff called shotgun finally. Yay, justice for Griff. I'm certainly interested to see what what the alternate endings are for. I'm assuming this ending that I saw was the canon ending. Yeah, because I literally know nothing about them. I didn't even know they existed until like a couple days ago. And then we can get into Recovery 1 and Season 6, where I've heard shit goes down and stuff gets serious, which I am excited for. Though I think I will kind of miss the very comedy-driven aspect of this show. I like comedy, I love stupid humor, which is also another reason why I love Caboose so much, but I am excited to see where the show is going from here. Thank you guys for all of your support on my red versus blue reactions. I hope you liked this one as well. I think that's about it for now, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!